Hello, welcome to the course of IPv6 version. So here today we are going to discuss about the neighbor discovery router messages. So as in previous lecture we have discussed about what is neighbor discovery, and in that we have discussed about the 5 different type of neighbor discovery messages. So in this we are going to discuss about the router messages. So here in this class we will discuss router solicitation message and the router advertisement message. So let's start with the first. We will discuss about these together, the routers, what is router solicitation and router advertisement messages are. So the first of all, the router advertisement messages. So these router advertisement messages is sent by routers at regular interval. It means at after some time the router that are present in the network will send the router advertisement messages. After that, coming to the next part, that these router solicitation messages. So the router solicitation messages are sent by devices to get the request of router advertisement. So here the devices request for the router advertisement by issuing a router solicitation messages. So after they will issue this message, this operation will trigger the router to immediately issue router advertisement irrespective of the regular interval. It means it will, as it will get the request, that is the router solicitation message, it will immediately give the router information in the router advertisement message. So this is the format of the router solicitation message, that will have a type field, code field, checksum field, reserved field and the ICMP version 6 option. So in type field is equal to 133 and code field is equal to 0, and here reserved are these are the reserved bit that can be used in the future. So let's discuss about this in detail. So here the destination address, as this is a router solicitation message that is issued by the devices. So their destination address is the multicast address for all routers. So the router that are present in the network, it will add the multicast address of all the routers. So here its prefix will be as FF02:2, and after that the hop limit is set to 255. It means it will only go to the 255 routers in the network. Then ICMP type field value is 133, which is the router solicitation message type, and the code field indicate the unused, it indicate that is unused and it is set to 0. Checksum field is of 2 byte, that will detect the error in the message router message packet, and after that there is a reserved field that is of 4 byte, and it is reserved for the future use, and the sender set them to 0 and the receiver ignore those fields. After that is a option field. So option field, if the address of the sending host is known, then an option contain the link clear address of the sending host. It means if the address that which of the particular device is sending this message, if the address of that sending message is known, then it will contain the link clear address of the sending device, and if the source address on the IP layer is unspecified, then this field is not used. So this is indicated as the all zeros. Next, this is the router advertisement message. Here it is of 32-bit long and the type is equal to 134, code is equal to 0, then is a checksum field, then hop limit, then there is a flag, there is a field that is M field, O, H and P reference. After that there is a router lifetime bits field, reachable time, reserved and ICMP version 6 option. So let's discuss about this first. First we will discuss about the destination address. So as this is a router advertisement message, so it will contain the destination address as the multicast addresses of all the node, all the devices that are present in the network, and the prefix of for this is FF02:1, and this is the destination address when there is a periodic advertisement, that is the advertisement is sent after a fixed interval, and if the destination address is here if we get the solicited advertisement. So here the interface address that originate the solicitation message will be the address of the destination address. So here we will add the destination address of the source which will generate the solicitation message. The hop limit here set as 255 and ICMP type is 134, that indicate this is a router advertisement message, and code field is 0, that it is unused. Then there is a hop limit field that is used to configure all the nodes on a link. And then is M flag. M flag is of 1 bit and it is to specify which configuration is to be used. So if the bit value is 0, then it states that all the devices use stateless or address auto configuration, and if the bit value is 1, then it will indicate devices can use stateful auto configuration. About these two configuration we will discuss in next lecture. Then is O flag. O flag shows the whether nodes on this link use DHCP version 6 for some additional information. So it means here whether these fields are using DHCP server for some other additional information, or they are only using for the IP address. So here if there is a bit field 0, then it indicates that device will use DHCP server for address related information. And if the bit field is set to 1, this will indicate that device use DHCP version 6 for non-address related information. So it is also gaining some other information related to the device. Next is the H flag. So here H flag is stand for home address flag, and here the bit value 1 indicate that it act as a home agent for the link, and if it is 0, then it indicates that this flag field is not used. Then is pre-reference flag, that is the optional extension that will define the root information, and it is of 2 bit, and after that the next 3 bits are set to 0 and they are reserved for the future use. Then there is a field named as root lifetime. This is of 16 bit long and it will have the maximum value of time, that is 18.2 hours. So if a bit value 1 is added here, that will indicate that router is used as default router, and if it is bit is 0, it will indicate that router is not used as a default router. We have configured the router with this root. Then is a reachable time. Reachable time is of 32 bit long field. It will indicate a time in millisecond, and when nodes are considered reachable, the NUD neighbor unreachable detection algorithm is used here. So here the bit value 0 indicate that the value is not declared, and if it is set, then it means it is using for the NUD algorithm. Last one is the retransmission time. Here the retransmission time field is of 32 bit long and it is used by ARP NUD mechanism. So it indicates the time in millisecond between retransmitted neighbor solicitation message. Here the bit field is equal to 0, that will indicate router is not configured with a retransmission timer. And here the last field is option field. Option field will contain 3 different information. So the first information is about the source link layer address. It will add the source link layer address of the sender. Then MTU size, the maximum transmission unit size that is sent by the sender. Then last it will indicate the prefix information. So this is about the router messages that we are using in the ICMP version, that we are using in neighbor discovery. So this is all about the router messages. Thank you.